this is Angel's Flight. You can see the railway.
Yeah.
This is not the original location. It was over half a block.
Yeah.
And then they eventually took it all down. When they renovated, they got all the old houses off this hill, because this hill was one of the first populated areas when Los Angeles got settled in the middle to late 1800s. Oh, in this area up here, a lot of this land was originally owned by a black woman who managed to buy herself out of slavery.
Wow.
And the first AME church was across the street, and her name's Biddy Mason. And there's a monument down on the other side of Broadway in the back to her that can be seen as if you go
through by the back of the Grand Central Market.
Across the street from the Grand Central Market, there's a plaza behind there, and you saw the building on the Bradbury building on the corner. Was in a lot of movies.
Wow.
Yeah, that was Blade Runner. Part of it was shot in there.
Yeah.
So they had put this all away, and then they eventually, when they cleaned out all the old Victorian houses that wound up getting run down over the years, and they put in this whole new complex here. And they have, in the summertime, there's lots of free concerts. People come, they bring food, they set themselves up, they have a good time.
Yeah.
And since I live across the street, I open my patio door and I sit there and I sit, and that's
you watch free concert.
Free concert all the time.
Wow.
Yeah. So this whole area is, is a new kind of LA area.
But do you know why they call the place Angel Flight? Is that because the train coming up?
Because this is Los Angeles is named after the Blessed Mother by the Franciscans, Father Junipero Serra, when they got over to the river, when they came out from Mexico. So it was on the feast day of the Franciscan monks or friars. I don't remember, I might be wrong about that, but for the feast of Our Lady on the Queen of Angels on the River Peninsular.
Yeah.
So that's what they named the city. So that's why it's Los Angeles, it's the Angels.
Okay.
And so this was the flight, and this is considered the heart of the Angels.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
This is amazing. You said that when you first came here, there was about 18,000 people in downtown.
Yeah, but at the year 2000, I had been here for about almost 10 years at that point, and there was only about 18,000 people living downtown. And then over the last 20 years, the population's gone up to almost 100,000.
Wow.
And it has its, good times and bad times.
Yeah.
And you have to be careful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For somebody who is in different country, what can you say? What's the best thing you like about LA and the bad thing you like about you don't like about LA? Is that a tough question?
It's a very tough question because whereas LA has been good to me all these years, and it's provided me with a home and a work and a career, and I've met certain nice people around here, and it's international, and all the international food, that's what the wonderful thing is here. But sometimes people are not as happy as they could be, and I don't understand. We live in Los Angeles, we live in the United States. People, you need to be happy. There's other places that have, but have it really bad. So, but I do love the vista and looking at it, the mixture of brand new architecture and old architecture. And then if you go up the block there, you go to the Disney Concert Hall.
Oh, wow,
And so on the roof of the Disney Concert Hall, there's actually a state park where they brought over all these plants and trees. And there's a big rose fountain made out of Delft plates because Mr. and Mrs. Walt Disney collected Delft from the Netherlands. So they bought all this Delft, they broke it into pieces and made this giant rose. So if you're flying above it, actually you can see that the fountain's a rose. And during COVID, I used to go over there and just be able to sit outside amongst beautiful trees and stuff and talk to some people and you know, have a nice little time resting and relaxing. So the hill, I love the hill.
Yeah.
I love the hill.
This is so great. Like, I haven't really learned this much about LA until I met you, and this is just amazing. How did you learn about other days? Is that because you've been here for a while, or you just put time?
Well, I've been here for a while, and I like history, so I got a book out on the history of Bunker Hill.
Yeah.
Because this was all a real estate development.
Wow.
And this hill used to be a little higher, but it was like almost impossible to get the wagons, to get the poor horses and oxen to bring the wagons up to the top. So they actually cut off the top of the hill here. But this was all that after Horace Greeley of the New York Herald said, "Go west, young man."
Wow.
Because he was friends with the people that had bought up a lot of the land here. So he asked people to come out and settle. So this was like a major city area.
Yeah.
And the wealthy people used to have big Victorian houses here. It's very fashionable. And then as the city spread west towards the ocean, it kind of went down, and then they did this whole revitalization. Yeah. And it's been a perfect place. I love actually living up here on the hill.
Somebody may say this is the best part of downtown LA because it's very clean when you get up here, and you don't see a lot of homeless people here. I'm not looking down on the homeless people.
No, I understand.
But you know, it's very clean, and the air here smells nice too.
It's ocean breeze because we're on a hill.
Yeah.
And the Chinese people, when I moved in my building, it was filled with Asians because the feng shui was great.
Yeah.
The sunrise comes from the east.
Yeah.
And then there's supposedly bedrock deep underneath us.
Yeah.
And then what we're feeling right now is the breeze from the ocean.
Yeah.
It goes over all the houses and other buildings and comes and hits us here.
Yeah.
So it is like one of the best places to live.
But besides this place, that other best area in LA, like how this place looks beautiful and everything?
I do. I think it is. Yeah. Outside of going up to the Huntington Library and Gardens, which is just an amazing place to go and sit and have the earth. Yeah. And we still have a little bit of earth here. The original part of the hill is still over there. Yeah. But I think they're talking about putting up another building, which is like, really, do we need another building? Yeah.
There's another place here that's well known also when you Google best places to visit in downtown. That place shows up all the time. It's called The Broad, I think, museum.
Oh, The Broad.
Yeah, The Broad.
The Broad is right next to it.
With my Liberian accent, it sounds a little bit different.
Okay.
Can you tell me a little bit about that? Do you know?
The Broad is a free museum, and it was built by Mr. Broad, who made his money in residential real estate development. He had a partner, and they built all of these houses all over the LA area, County LA. And so then he collected all this art. Yeah. So, and he built the Broad Museum. And one day a girlfriend and I were there, and Mr. Broad and his wife came in with this other couple. Really? And we went and we said hello and we thanked him for the museum. Yeah. And because once that museum went in, this whole place just lit up. Wow. Before that, it was like almost as quiet as living in the country. Yeah. And then once the Broad opened, it just, people were coming all the time. People would come from Angel's Flight to bring their grandkids to see what they had experienced when they were little in downtown. And then the MoCA, the Museum of Contemporary Art, that's gotten free now also because they got a large grant. So now both of those museums are free. Yeah. And then you have the Disney Concert Hall, and then you have the music center. Yeah. So it's, for me as an older woman, it's the best place to live.
Yeah, this is beautiful.
I go to concerts, everything,
And it looks safe too when you get up here. It's very safe. I've been here a few times.
There's 68, on this complex by itself, there's like 68 video cameras going around, so nothing can really happen. They spot it all and they're on top of it all the time. And then the library, the main branch of the library, which is a beautiful building, is just down the hill, and it's just really very convenient and lovely. Yeah. You know, I like to go to places and talk to people, and everybody that I talk to nice like you. Oh, thank you.
I always call them my new best friend. Is it okay if I call you my new best friend?
Of course, my dear. I took one look at you and I thought, this man is lovely. You have a lovely soul.
Okay, so I'm gonna do this. Okay. Hey, let me do this. Hey everybody, this is my new best friend. What's your name?
Cassandra Elliott.
Cassandra is my new best friend. We just met on the train when I was coming out there, and we started talking, and then she gave me the beautiful history about LA, especially the part of LA.
Exactly.
Thank you so much. Thank you for being my new best friend.
Thank you. That's sweet of you.
Nice meeting you.
Lovely meeting you. Have a good time.
And you too. I'll take a lot of video clips. I'll try to go to the Disneyland concert hall so that people can see.
That's where the Broad is over there.
Yeah.
It's the white building.
Thank you so much.
Oh, and there's, before you get to this, like 100-year-old olive trees.
Oh, really?
That Mr. Broad had put in the ground there.
Right by the Broad.
Right by the Broad. So
Okay.
it forms this tiny little pocket park of 100-year-old olive trees. They're beautiful.
Wow, that's amazing.
Okay.
Thank you so much. I'll
You're
check it out.
welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So that was my new best friend. I just met somebody who's my new best friend. She gave me the beautiful history of this place. So now I have a great video to make, great video to edit. I'm gonna show you guys the footage as she talk. I hope you really like this video. Please subscribe, share, comment, like. What do you think about my friend Cassandra, who gave me this beautiful history about this place? Comment on that. Tell me what you think. Bye-bye.